What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the full 90. Now today in this video it is time for the FA Cup quarter-final predictions. If you didn't catch my week 32 Premier League predictions somehow and you've ended up here, you can go onto my channel because 2 hours ago at the time of posting this I uploaded my Premier League predictions. But this, it's the FA Cup quarter-finals, the Arsenal Cup if you will, because it's the only chance we have winning any sort of silverware, and even with the teams left in the competition, and despite our very good record in this competition, it doesn't look likely for Arsenal. But nevertheless, before we do head into the FA Cup quarterfinals predictions, why not drop yours in the comments down below? Leave a like on this video as well, because it shows that you want me to keep doing other competitions such as the FA Cup, Europa League, Champions League, all that good stuff. And let's have a little look back at my FA Cup 5th round predictions nearly 4 months ago. So kicking it off, we had Portsmouth up against Arsenal, and I predicted a 3-2 away win to Arsenal, and they got a 2-0 win. So that's just happy days. Chelsea up against Liverpool, I actually predicted a 2-1 win to Chelsea, and it was a 2-0 win to Chelsea. So again, happy with that prediction. Coming up after that, we had Reading versus Sheffield United. I predicted a 2-0 away win to Sheffield United, and it ended 1-1 and then 2-1 to Sheffield United after extra time. The next fixture, West Brom against Newcastle. I predicted a 1-1 draw and then West Brom to win 2-1 after extra time, and it was actually a 3-2 Newcastle away win. If I remember back correctly, it was St. Maximin that scored the winner. After that, we have Leicester up against Birmingham. I predicted a 3-1 win to Leicester, and it ended up just being a 1-0 win. And after that, Sheffield United, Man City, I predicted a 4-0 away win to Man City, and that ended up being a 1-0 away win to Man City. Did I say away win in the Leicester game? I don't know, but Leicester won 1-0, Man City won 1-0. And the next fixture, I predicted a 2-1 home win to Tottenham, and it actually ended in a 1-1 draw, and then Norwich won on penalties, I'm pretty sure. So that's Tottenham out of the cup. And then Derby Manchester United, I predicted a 3-1 away win to Manchester United, hoping that Wayne Rooney would get on the score sheet, but it just ended in the 3-0 win. So the 8 remaining teams, we have Norwich, Manchester United, Sheffield United, Arsenal, Leicester, Chelsea, Newcastle, and Manchester City. And kicking it off, we have Norwich up against Manchester United, and I think this is going to be a fairly straightforward game for Manchester United. I think Norwich will probably play full strength because this is probably all they've got to play for. I don't know if maybe in their heads they'll still push in the Premier League to try and escape relegation. Obviously, they're never going to give up, but it looks very much certain that they're going to go into the Championship. Manchester United, they might not play full strength given the extensive list of fixtures over the coming weeks and how important it is to go for top 4. So people like Greenwood would probably start because, you know, he's a good enough player to start and probably even good enough to start in the Premier League, but he doesn't often, but I think he will, and other players like that, maybe Martial after his hat-trick gets a rest. But I still think Manchester United will be too strong for Norwich. I'm going to go for a 3-0 away win to United, which is quite a hefty defeat, to be honest. And after that, we have Sheffield United up against Arsenal. Sheffield United coming off the back of 2 3-0 defeats, and Arsenal coming off the back of a 2-0 away win against Southampton. And weirdly enough, Arsenal have some sort of love for the FA Cup. They do very, very well. They're the record holders of the FA Cup. They've won it the most times. And I think Arsenal, do I think or do I hope? Very good question. I think Arsenal are going to win. I think Sheffield United, the break hasn't been good for them. They haven't found their form. They've come back very, very rusty. Can't find the back of the net. I'm going to go for an Arsenal 1-0 away win. Similar to how Arsenal beat Portsmouth 2-0 away from home in the previous leg. And Sheffield United couldn't beat Reading in the full 90 minutes. Full 90, you get it. I'm going to go for Arsenal to get the 1-0 away win. Now, next fixture, Leicester, who are struggling, up against Chelsea, who are flying. I think, you know, Chelsea are looking very, very good, and I've said in previous videos, I think I don't know if they're going to challenge for a title next year with bringing in Ziyech and Werner, but they do look very, very good, and it's certainly a cemented third-place slot for me, in my opinion, at least going into next season with the squad that they have. And I think that Chelsea are going to beat Leicester away from home. Even though Leicester have had a fantastic season, I think, like Sheffield United, Leicester are one of the teams that have been more adversely affected by the break. So I'm going to go for a 2-1 away win to Chelsea. And the final tie, Newcastle up against Manchester City. Newcastle pretty much safe from relegation. Not mathematically, but very much safe. And Manchester City, I think, maybe not mathematically top 4, but pretty much top 4. And they can't get first. So their eyes aren't going to be on the Premier League so much as some of the other teams like Manchester United, Leicester, Chelsea, and everyone like that. Sadly, I don't think Arsenal have much of a chance in the league, but it is what it is. So, Newcastle, they'll obviously know this is their only chance at really winning anything, obviously like a lot of teams in the FA Cup, but Man City as well, they will want to win the FA Cup, and I think they will do, and I think they'll go through this tie. I don't know about winning the whole FA Cup yet. Obviously, they'll be favourites, but let's steady on. But I do think they'll win this game quite emphatically. Newcastle, I think they'll score. I think they will, but I'm going to go for a 4-1 away win to Manchester City, and that would leave a semi-final of the two Manchesters, United and City, and then Arsenal and Chelsea. You can't ask for a much better semi-final lineup than that, to be honest. So yeah, that is going to do it for my FA Cup quarterfinal predictions. Drop yours down in the comments below, and who knows, we might have a freak day. We might get Norwich, Sheffield, Leicester, and Newcastle in the semi-finals. But yeah, that is going to do it from me in this video. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe today so you don't miss any other uploads, and I will see you in the next video very soon.